We're at the Capcom booth now, together with Jason from Capcom Vancouver, and a character a lot of people missed in Dead Rising 2, Frank West. Why did you decide to bring him back?
Well, it was the fact that the fans missed him, actually. This game was originally conceived as a director's cut of Dead Rising 2, but once we saw the reaction from the fans about Frank not being in the first game, they really wanted him back, and we decided what a great opportunity to try something very different, reimagine the Outbreak in Fortune City with the original character Frank West and all the gameplay that would bring to the series, having him back with his camera.
What do you think people like so much about Frank?
Frank's a cocky guy. I think they like his swagger. They like the one-liners. I've covered wars, you know, that line kind of stuck for people. And he's a bit of a brawler, a bruiser. I think Chuck was a little bit more motivated by rescuing his daughter or keeping his daughter safe, and he didn't have the same kind of personality that Frank had, coming in and being there more for himself to find the story and get himself famous. So I think people really grooved on that about his character.
Well, I guess playtime's over.
One issue that I had with Dead Rising 2 was the fact that you had to rescue your daughter, you had to find the zombie antidotes to give her the shots, and it was a very serious undertones, very serious scenes where you sat behind your daughter, and we were sitting there wearing like a mini shirt tied up and like small hot pants. Felt very like the tones clashed. What's the tone like now with Frank being back in Off the Record?
Right. Well, the beauty of Dead Rising is it's got a strange dichotomy between a serious tone, serious story, serious plot, but also the sheer ridiculousness of the situation that he's in. And it's fun just running around, finding all of these crazy weapons, not only killing zombies, but sort of humiliating them as well, putting silly things on their heads and so on, and definitely dressing up Frank in silly costumes is part of the fun.
What is part of the reimagining of the events? What happens in this version of the events of Dead Rising?
Right, so with Dead Rising 2, Chuck was there to keep his daughter safe, and Chuck actually got framed for the outbreak, and he had to clear his own name. This time around, Frank West is coming to Fortune City to compete in Terror's reality to try and get himself back on top. He was a celebrity after Dead Rising 1, he sort of flushed his fame down the toilet, and now he's looking for something to get himself back in the game. And that's exactly what the zombie outbreak does. So this time he's back in Fortune City. He's trying to solve the mystery again, the conspiracy. And because of that, the story is very different, the plot is very different. And also the demo that we're showing this year at E3 with the theme park, we're showing a brand new level that has brand new gameplay that we haven't seen before in a Dead Rising game.
So why was the decision made not to just go to a Dead Rising 3 featuring Frank?
Well, as I said, there was always a director's cut plan for this game, so we were committed to move ahead with that project. But in the end, it's been a lot of fun to change it up and have Frank in the game and kind of re-envision it rather than just do Chuck again and then sort of bolt some extra missions and boss battles and weapons on.
So how ambitious is the project? How for players that have played through Dead Rising 2, how much is new? How fresh is it for those players?
Right. It's hard to put a number on, sort of a percentage of how much is new, but I think if you look at the theme park area, for sure that's all new area and all new content. We're showing a bunch of new combo weapons, brand new weapons. We have new food items, we have new clothing, we have some new bosses that we haven't revealed yet. We have a new vehicle that we've put in there. The story, like I said, is very different, so many of the missions have changed significantly. And yet to come that we haven't revealed is our brand new secret mode, which I think the fans are going to be really surprised at and have a lot of fun with.
Lately we've seen, or over the last couple of years, we've seen quite a lot of zombie games, and we still have now. We have Dead Island coming out, for example, which obviously takes a lot of inspiration from games like Dead Rising and Left 4 Dead. But what do you think it is? Why do zombies keep coming back? What is it about them that fascinates us in that kind of way?
Yeah, zombies are definitely a big part of pop culture right now with all the TV shows and movies and games and so on. Zombies have been a staple of games for a long, long time, going all the way back to Resident Evil and beyond. And I think the cool thing of Dead Rising is it's part of that zombie lore, but it's also a little bit of a different take because zombie games tend to be very, very serious and very gritty and violent. And we have a bit of a niche, we feel, where we're doing the gore that you would expect and the horror of zombies, but also the humor. So in terms of why zombies are popular right now, I can't really put my finger on it apart from the fact that it's a primal thing to think about people who once might have been friends or loved ones sort of turning on you and coming after you. And every zombie, either film or literature or game, definitely plugs into that.